All right. I think we're streaming again.
We'll find out.
Whoop.
We'll see. We're just going straight into it.
So
Looks
this
like it's working.
Yeah. So this was Pride of the X-Men, basically.
Yeah.
This whole arcade game.
Yeah.
Go and save the city.
Because there's the curly redhead Kitty Pryde.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm Cyclops. And you're Nightcrawler?
Yeah, or I should be, except now my thing isn't. Oh, okay. No, I should be good.
Oh,
Yep.
what happened?
I had gotten on the wrong. I clicked off on the screen to a different screen for a second.
Hey, Epic. Yeah.
Hey, Epic.
This was something I just found out I had the other day, so I was like, oh, let's play this.
This is hard to. It's hard to do with the D-pad.
Oh, okay. So yours is stuck on your D-pad? I'm using a joystick on mine.
I can do it on the joystick, so I'm doing the joystick now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was trying the
an
D-pad
arcade.
at first, and then I switched.
Watch out for rocks!
Oh no! Why did they throw like a?
I don't know why they threw an input
right in
us.
the middle of the. They're just like, hey, here, read this real quick. This will be fun. Do you see me jumping around all over the place? That was great.
Yeah, that's your power, but it takes life from you when you do it, so use it sparingly.
I don't even know what button I hit for that power, so that's the fun part. Oh, I know what button I hit now.
Yeah, insert more coins, insert more coins.
I did. Oh, now I'm
Now
Dazzler.
you're Dazzler.
Yes.
Gabe Newell banned NFTs from Steam due to sketchy behavior and out of control fraud. Good.
Good. Ban it all. Dazzler just like karate chops people. Like she's just slapping them. Slap. Get out of here. Go on.
I'm Pyro.
Whoa.
Ow.
Pyro. Get out.
Slap him.
I'm not used to like the button configuration layouts just yet.
It's a weird one. I mean, it's literally 3 buttons. So
the
it's
guy
like
that played Chandler Bing died. Really?
Seriously?
What was his name?
Matthew Perry? Is that what it was?
Matt Perry. Yeah. So we discovered there's some hardcore problems going on with when I reset my stuff.
Yeah.
So
like
Joseph, I
huge
I
audio issue.
I noticed right before we started again, my stereo mix is completely gone.
Oh yeah,
Like,
we're gonna have to really look into it. Like
it's
deep
not
dive.
even. Yeah, like it's not even an option anymore. Like it is gone. It's not listed as a disabled device. Anything. There is no stereo mix anymore. It's just non-existent.
You dead yet?
No, but he's got the Mario star. Look at him.
Well, what I like about these old arcade games, just like Ninja Turtles or Turtles in Time, it's like once they start glowing, you know they're close.
Oh, idiotic. Come on, man. No, he's just making shit up. That dude didn't die.
Man.
Don't do that.
All that misinformation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening yesterday with Elden Ring, because like my first 6.5 hour stream flawless, but then every time I tried to stream afterwards, like after a couple hours, it would just freeze.
Really?
Not my game, just OBS. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like, and it would give like an error message to everybody, and the stream would just stop. So I don't know if it's an HDR issue or what's going on. I heard something about like the PC port for Elden Ring was a little troublesome, so maybe it's just something on the game side. Not sure.
I also heard that I heard a bunch of like pro streamers were so angry with Elden Ring just basically because they were really bad at it.
Because it's
that they,
hard.
like,
Oh
rage-
man,
they rage quitted it.
dude,
Which
a boss
cracks
that
me up.
a boss that I fought after the stream it ended was so hard. It took me like 2 hours to beat him. And this was like the first major boss of the story. Like I beat
Yeah.
a whole bunch of bosses on the stream, but this other boss was like a totally different level.
There's this one streamer that I really dislike him. Dr. Disrespect or whatever.
Oh yeah, he sucks.
It's just because he's bad at it, and but he got so bad he's just like, the game just sucks. It's just a really bad game.
Oh,
And he's just like, just trash talking it, not because he's not good at those kinds of games. He's just like, it's just really bad.
no, it
Like,
can't be his fault.
No, which that was cracking me up. Like, yeah, it's not him. It's just a bad game. It was just really badly designed.
Yeah, I'm gonna side with Epic on this one. Like joking about people dying, not cool. So let's refrain from that. Like I get that's your thing is misinformation, but let's do some like softer kind of misinformation.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Oh, Colossus. Oh, Wolverine.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I switched from Colossus for some reason. I wanted to be Colossus. Oh well, Wolverine will be better.
I like how Cyclops' thing when they're down is just to kick them in the side until they're dead.
I like that you've managed to last so long, and I've died 3 times already. This is my 3rd character.
I mean, you can insert more coins if you need to.
I thought I did. I kept hitting.
Well, now
select.
you have 5 of them, so you should be good. We're just using so many quarters.
Yeah, exactly. Idiotic. There is a few other streamers that I guess were doing the same thing. It's just that they're so bad at, that kind of stuff, like those kinds of games that they're just like, oh, it's the game. The game's just bad.
I just saw somebody on my Facebook, like a cool guy who was like, I really want to get into Elden Ring. It looks like such an awesome game, but I've never really played a Dark Souls game. And his post today was like, man, I want to like Elden Ring, but I'm lost and I keep dying, just death after death.
Yeah.
It's
That's how I would
challenging.
be. There's
but-
no way I would be able to play a game like that. I don't have
I
the patience to play a game like that. It's too much.
Yeah, I think I screwed myself a little bit at the beginning because I started as a naked dude who was level 1 with a club, so it made it a little more
couldn't-
challenging to open
Yeah,
up.
I watched on and off for, over the hours that you played. Like, I just came in every once in a while.
Yeah.
And you didn't have any clothes for half of the time that you played.
I figured I would get them much quicker, like you do in the Dark Souls games.
You had no
Nothing
clothes.
stops the blob.
Oh, ow! I kept coming in and making polls. And
Yeah,
was
I
just
saw-
waiting for you to notice.
I could kind of see them on the side, but I don't see the whole thing. I just see them at the top
Yeah.
of the window. But I did vote on one of them. How long it would take me to notice. And I
Yeah.
put I would never notice.
I heard you. I enjoyed when you and I did clip when you found the guy riding the horse and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna steal this guy's horse. And you like knocked him off of it, but then,
then he
he
killed
immediately
me?
stood up and just annihilated you in like 2 hits.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I'm so sorry. You learned that lesson real hard.
I did. Now those guys are cake to me, but before, everything's really scary at first. Yay, we were granted a special mutant power.
Cool. X-Men, there's something wrong with my head. I've got a rainbow amoeba.
Not even Asteroid M, it's
Why
Island
is he
M.
bleeding from his mouth?
I guess Magneto punched him.
Punch him in the mouth. To me, my X-Men, I have gingivitis.
You know, like, the fact that other people are, like, quitting that game kind of, like, pleases me a
Makes
little
you-
bit, because that
Yeah, I was gonna-
makes me want to play it even more so that I can be one of the people who doesn't quit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get through it.
How many hours of that, like, do you think it would take to get through that game? Millions of
General,
years?
well, general like time it's taken people from what I've seen, like pre-release folks, is like 80 hours.
Oh my god, 80 hours.
Yeah, and that's not even all the side content. I think with all the side content, it'd be like 100 hours plus.
We were looking at me doing a long play, which was gonna be Night in the Woods until my computer decided to be like, hey, your shit doesn't work. Once we get that fixed, you know, I'll pick it back up and stuff. But like, I was looking at a few games, and some of the ones I was looking at, I was somewhat basing it off of, okay, well, how long do they take to complete? And I was just like, oh, this one takes 30 hours. Let's not do that. This one takes 10. That seems more appropriate.
Yeah, 30 hours
And you're
at
like,
this point is
oh,
like
this
a
one,
short
80
game.
hours if I go straight from A to B. That's that works.
Oh, these are some beautiful flowers.
Those are Sawboss's flowers, so we don't want them.
Yeah, they had lipstick on and everything. They were ready for a night on the town.
Hell yeah. I'd take them out.
I played for like 8 hours on stream and I barely did any main plot stuff. It's true, but I did enough of the side stuff to where, like, I don't have to do that anymore, and it gives you a lot of cool, like, bonus stuff.
Why does Storm have a wizard staff? What?
Yeah,
Why?
she has like a wand.
Yeah,
Did she ever
why?
have a wand?
She never has this. Why? Also, why out of all of the bad guys we could go up against, why are they giving us wasps?
Because wasps suck. Wasps are terrible. Ow!
They're just like, you fought Pyro, you fought the Blob, and now you fight the bees.
Bees!
This is stupid.
I think the boss on this level is White Queen, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Emma?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they only refer to her as the White Queen in this.
Mm-hmm.
Not Emma Frost or anything.
Oh no.
Seriously. So I can shock them when they're on the ground. This is... Did they
That's so
just not
weird.
know what to do with Storm for this game?
Yeah, why didn't they just make her slap like Dazzler did?
Like, why
Or
wouldn't
just
they
give her
just
little,
give her
like-
little shocks from her hands?
Yeah, like little
lightning
static
bolts?
electricity.
Yeah.
He likes Elden Ring, but he doesn't want to play that solely. You think Toburito already moved on to Monster Hunter? Oh, geez, Monster Hunter is an even longer game.
Yeah. Oh, what is this now? Ew, gross. Why are we fighting the little fucking Mac and me, dude?
It's so funny because, like, you can see that they were, like, small sprites that they just, like, stretched out. Oh, and Wendigo.
Why is
On
he
this
here?
level.
He's on our side.
Wait, is it Wendigo or Wendigo?
Wendigo.
I've heard both. I'm gonna ask
Back.
Everett.
Why is
Everett
he
will
just
know.
stop picking me up, you dick? He just keeps picking me up and throwing me around like I'm a fucking... God. This sucks. Stop! Wow.
Ow.
Come here.
He's been playing Monster
Yeah,
Hunter
exactly.
Rise for a bit now. There's licensing issues. Oh yeah, normally you do hear her call Emma Frost. Well, I mean, yeah, this was 90s X-Men though, so who knows?
Yeah. I'm gonna... God,
Because there was
this dude
also the
sucks.
Black Queen, but I don't know if she exists in the lore
I
anymore.
don't remember the Black... Who's the Black Queen? Who's that? I don't remember a Black Queen.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. I don't remember if it was just like what Madeline Pryor became for a while. I know she was the Goblin Queen.
Oh, that's right. Because the yeah, I forgot about the reason she was called that was because of the Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. God, fucking, why would alligators shoot fire out of their mouths? That doesn't make sense.
I need to watch one of Toburito's streams because it sounds like he plays a lot of games that I also play and like.
I just need a burrito. Also, I would eat one while he played his.
Does he have burrito emotes that we could steal?
Yeah. Or eat.
By watching his stream.
I had my chance for a burrito last night and I squandered it. I had enchiladas instead.
Oh, boo. I mean,
Sarah
enchiladas
needs
are
to burn
good.
her hands.
Burrito.
Why do you want to burn your hands? Doesn't sound like something you
Is
want
she going to wash it in like the hottest water? Or is she just like, she's taking the Pyro Club act too seriously?
Maybe.
She's taking it to the
I
next
do
level.
that sometimes. It gets so cold up here sometimes that whenever I need to wash my hands, I'm just like, okay, what's the hottest I can get this water because I'm cold.
That was like
serious.
yesterday. It was so cold here in the house, at least, that
Yeah.
when after I cooked something in the oven, I just left the oven open for a second and basked in its flames.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nice. But our cold is way different from y'all's cold.
Yeah. It's been in the negatives here. Today, though, it's 9 degrees, so that's actually pretty warm.
What temperature do you keep it inside your house?
It's usually about 68 inside.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But it was like 61 in here yesterday because I didn't have the heater on.
Well, like, our bedroom is usually about 61-ish, 62.
Ugh.
I mean, for sleep, I think that's fine. I like
Sure.
it cold when I sleep, but like living room is, we try to get it around 68-ish or so.
Burrito with a sloth head coming out, that'd be awesome. Except that
But-
that implies that we're eating the sloths.
But energy is gonna be going up pretty badly, so we might be keeping it a little colder here soon.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what the government does.
Yeah. I'm hoping it won't go up too much, but I'm expecting
I would think,
it to.
if anything, natural gas would go up. Sorry, gas usage
Oh yeah,
might go up.
our gas prices went up by like $2 within just a couple days
Jeez.
over here. which
So
is
in that
crazy.
way, yeah, it's gonna suck to keep your heater on.
Yeah,
44 degrees in Cali. I think it's like 40 something here too, or 30 something maybe. What? I hit that guy and his rock fell out of his hand on me. He didn't even throw it. He also wants to draw his dragon character with the Monado when he gets in Xenoblade. Is he an artist as well?
What's the Monado?
I don't know. I guess it's a Xenoblade item.
Oh, what's up? There's Kitty Pride.
Oh,
Is this
freaking
Nimrod?
Nimrod. Yeah.
I thought Nimrod was mostly pink.
I don't remember. I don't remember him having green in the middle regardless. I thought he
Yeah.
was white like that.
I thought he was green. Or not green, pink. With like almost all pink. He is an artist, okay. Sir, can you just... Stay down, please. Stay down, friend.
It hurts to be alive. Life is pain.
I use the hottest water.
Cherish your loved ones.
Rescue the professor.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's in the Discord? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he's in the Discord. You just don't pay enough attention to him.
I guess not. There's a lot of people in the Discord now.
Hi, Toko.
Hey, Toko. Did somebody fall? Oh, you fell.
Oh, I didn't realize I could do that. I didn't realize that was an option in this game, that you could just fall off a cliff. Great, that's perfect.
Good to know.
Good to know. Can the fire stop for 2 seconds? Oh shit!
Quit falling. Oh, you know what I'd like to do sometime is for us to play a
Fall
Lego
off a
game,
cliff.
like a chill Saturday morning, like
A Lego game?
Lego Marvel or something, or DC Villains Lego or something. Yeah,
I've never played one.
really. I
Yeah.
think they're fun for a relaxing time. They have their own kind of challenges, but for the most part, it's pretty relaxing. Sometimes I have to cool down from my Dark Souls 24/7 streams.
I don't know about that.
There
what's
she
up,
is.
girl? There she is.
Oh.
I feel bad that I'm slapping this girl around with knives. You know?
Let me try Nightcrawler.
Uh-oh. I don't feel bad anymore because she knocked me down.
She has like a telekinetic
psionic spear.
Yeah,
thing.
psionic
Yeah, it's pretty
knife.
cool. Come here. That don't make you an X-Men. Australian
What?
accent Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
What is
those
this
are just,
now?
It's just scenery. They're gonna blow out the ground from under us, I guess.
It looked like not only are these little fish.
Oh no, they're hurting us now.
Yeah, fish dude
Okay.
things. They also were throwing cans of soda.
Yeah. We're the vending machines.
Yeah, it's just like we've got drones and Surge.
Wolfoween
had
is your
Gambit.
favorite X-Men character.
I wish they had Gambit in this. I love Gambit. He's
Yeah,
my
that'd be
favorite.
amazing. I bet they have like a skin of him from somebody who's modded this game.
Oh, that would be cool to see. I haven't had Surge since I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
And I drank so much of it as a child that that's
What-
probably where my ADD developed.
Was that
ADHD.
your go-to soft drink?
Oh my god, yes. It promised me, you know, the most sugar and shit. Oh. Hey, what's up, Mastermind?
Well, what's he?
Master Mold, I mean.
He's got the what are those dudes called?
The
Marauders? The Reapers.
Or Reavers, wasn't it?
Reavers, yeah.
I don't
Ow.
like these guys.
Because these are just humans who took on like biotech
They're
stuff
just
to
like, let's be
compete with
cyborgs
mutants.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph, you sent voice actor information to Chris. I did. Did any?
you?
Well, yeah, for the
you do
last
that?
episode, they haven't heard it yet.
Oh yeah.
I know it's weird to record a week ahead of schedule.
Yeah, we're recording
'Cause now-
early now.
We're living
Dang!
in the future.
That one fucking cannon blast took me down to 1 health. That sucked. Ouch.
Oh, that's
he
cool. His
shot the
helmet
life
came
out
off.
of me.
Ow!
This dude is a dick.
Did any
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
episodes we watched involve any of the human characters? Because not every episode had them. Yes. I will
Not much,
confirm.
though. Barely.
Yes. Also, yes,
Barely.
barely.
I think I slashed him in the crotch, and he was like, "Ah, not again."
Oh, my weakness.
I was already circumcised to begin with.
Follow me.
Double circumcision.
Oh.
Chris and his iconic can of Bang energy drink that he's always
Oh, it was
sipping during the
Mystique. She led us
streams.
into a trap.
Oh, dang, it worked.
I don't think I've ever had a Bang energy drink.
Is Bang energy drink a real thing? I'd
Yeah.
never know with Idiotic. Could be making
There's
it up.
one in
Stop with the
our-
firing.
There's one in our fridge right now that Rochelle bought, and she was just like, I'll try this. Because she had bought a few, and then she was like, this is disgusting. I will never drink this. And I'm like, I don't drink energy drinks. So it's just going to stay in our fridge forever until we can convince somebody to drink it.
Ah!
So if anyone wants a free Bang energy drink. You remember for a while there was that drink called Balls?
Yes. It
Remember
came
Ball?
in that weirdly shaped.
It was really
gla-
bumpy.
Yeah.
Why did people think it, I don't know. they
Why
were
did
just
people
like,
like
"It'll be
drinking
great."
balls?
Yeah, why do you think people were
Ow.
like, you know what we need to do? We need to make a drink, and let's call it balls. But let's spell it with a W in there. Why is there so many pyros now?
I don't know. What is this? What is this?
It was balls, but it's spelled BAWLS.
Do you remember the was it a Super Nintendo game or Sega game Balls that was BALLZ? And it was like I think it was a fighting game with just these dudes made out of only balls.
Just dudes made out of. That just makes me think of like just a bunch of scrotums with faces on them.
Yeah.
It's gross.
You just pick which size scrotum you want to be.
Yeah. How far down you want to hang?
Right. How old are you?
Ugh. The older you are, the longer you are.
Balls spelled with an extreme Z. Oh yeah.
Alan is now playing Elden Ring. Did you know that?
Oh
Oh
man.
shit, are we gonna end up fighting Apocalypse here soon? What's this?
He didn't read it, Toko.
Yeah, I saw it and I didn't want to because I knew what was going on.
Dang it. He got me with that one yesterday and I was like, please repeat it to Chris and make him say it.
No, I saw it. I saw it. I ain't falling for it. So we're fighting Apocalypse's like posse here. His scantily clad Reaper brothers. Uh-oh. Oh, we woke up another one. Oh, dang.
Oh, why?
Because one just wasn't enough.
Two just wasn't enough.
Sir?
Oops.
What was that?
I think when I push my left joystick, it brings up a menu.
Don't you dare. Alan Gregory? Ugh, no. The worst. Uh-oh. Help me! Let me up!
He's retiring. Idiotic is retiring misinformation jokes. Gone the way of D's nuts or mustard. I wish... You know what? As much as I enjoyed the mustard jokes, I'm ready for those to be retired now.
Oh, me too.
Can we all just move
so
on?
sick of mustard jokes.
I mean,
At
of
some
course
point,
you are.
I will just, like,
X-Men.
you know, I will unban the mustard words because I think then people will stop trying.
Just stop
you
pushing
know.
the limits, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now we're going to Asteroid M. What's up? We're on another planet. Come on, let's kill some aliens.
We're not even on. We're on an asteroid, not another planet.
Yeah, but I mean, what is an asteroid if not just a tiny, tiny planet?
These golden sentinels are pretty slick.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
why
don't spam
Magneto's
stuff
working
in
with
the
so many sentinels.
Don't spam things in the chat.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm getting tired of these just gun robots that look like the thing that helped put Tony Stark's armor together, but they have guns on them. Oh, these guys again.
Oh man.
No! Stop it.
Oh!
Digga-digga-da! Swifty?
Are you trying to bring a Rick and Morty joke into the stream?
It's getting swifty in here. I just assume at this point that everyone's gonna try to make some sort of balls joke. So I'm like, why? We already fought these guys. Stop.
I thought we murdered you both.
Yeah, I tried. I'm just gonna sacrifice all my health. to...
Wendigo.
Yep.
Oh jeez.
I knew it was gonna be another nuts or balls joke that you guys were trying to pull off. Oh, her too? Come on, man.
I mean, yeah, this is like last level prior to Magneto.
I fake slam. Are we about to beat this game?
I think so. Ow!
Dang, this is fast.
Well, yeah, this is your quarter eating portion of it. If you hadn't
Yeah.
wasted enough quarters by now, this would get you.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I almost missed my count here.
It's like, oh, did you like fighting all these bosses individually? How about all together?
How about you fight them all right now? It'll be funny. It'll be real funny if we did that.
Be a real gas. Oh, he got off screen.
Dude, these guys are kicking my butts.
I was telling Prestige yesterday that he should jump on with us to do some retro games
Oh, I know, I
sometime, since
saw.
he's like
I
an
saw.
aficionado. Yeah.
I told him all he gets to do is shack food.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I am Magneto. You are nothing.
Yeah, Fake, we were on earlier. I was on earlier, and my audio is all broke as hell, so we had to shift to a different game. And so we got a real late start on things. But here we are. Bam, 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 bam. Stupid Magneto.
Oh no!
Oh!
Bamboozled.
We got rickrolled by freaking Mystique.
Alas.
I feel like this is the second time we got rickrolled playing a game. Remember when King K. Rool rickrolled us? Oh,
Oh,
here he is.
that's
Here he
right.
is. Here he is. We got King K. rickrolled.
King K rolled. Yeah.
King K. rolled. Oh, snap! This guy's gonna be a little tough, huh? Huh?
You
Guessing
are
we
nothing.
can't hit him when he's
You
got
are
his
dead.
force field on, huh?
Yeah. Yep. I always what I remember about this game is how it just cuts off whatever they're saying if you hit them,
Yeah.
or it'll make them
Hey,
repeat it sometimes. Because there's
Yeah.
a time where, like, when you're fighting Blob, you're just like, no, nothing can stop the Blob.
No, they could stop the blob.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh. Yeah, he's not very nice. I'll stop him. Sir? I'm just gonna keep... Nobody puts
Oh, we're going to
Magneto in the
Retro
corner.
Game Trader later. Nice. How does this compare to Elden Ring? About even graphically, you'd say. Graphically, inferior. Difficulty, similar. What? Cum X
How
chicken?
do you like the openness of this game? You like the open world of this?
Yeah, this is a very open world, not linear at all.
It would be great to have an open world X-Men kind of game.
Would it be a side scroller like this, or
No.
like
No.
those old, like kind of like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance ones? Because those started with
I
X-Men
don't
games.
I would prefer an X-Men game that's more
Ow.
like a Bethesda game or something like
Like
a little bit more
similar to
first
Skyrim.
yeah.
I want
little
some
more
X-Men
first
Dark
person
Souls
than that.
now that you're talking about that. That would be amazing.
Okay, I want one that I would be able to play. That'd be great. That would be fantastic.
Skyrim's pretty tough too sometimes.
Not nearly as hard as like something like Elder Scrolls. Hey, look, we killed him.
Boodaloo.
He's dead.
And blew up his asteroid.
Oh, we blew up his house. Damn.
with everyone on it.
Jeez. Are the X-Men terrorists?
Magneto is defeated. X-Men succeed to rescue Professor and return to Earth with the victory. But still,
Oh, no.
the battle against...
No, the game's not over yet. Note.
Uh-oh. Wait. But it is. Oh,
No, it
unless they're
says
talking
the
about the
game's-
credits.
No, the game is not over yet. Hydrate 3 times, please.
Okay.
Why hydrate 3 times?
Whoops. You have all the books
Oh, I see.
and need to read it.
Hydrate.
You remember?
Okay,
Oh, Harry
I see.
Potter. That's just something that I never got into, and now I will never get
There you
into because of J.K. Rowling. I understand that separating the art from the artist if you already liked it and if you're a fan, but as for me, I just don't have any reason to get into it at this point.
But as for me and mine,
So is the game
is-
over now?
is
Because
the
it doesn't
game
say
over?
note.
yeah. Our note's gone. Oh, it's now it's
It's
no,
over.
the game's never over. It starts out. It started over again.
You are doomed to repeat this. All right, well,
Should we try another game or something, or
we could.
do you want to just
We can go
just
into
chatting for a little bit and
just
then
chat.
We'll do Simpsons someday.
There's a just chat. We're
Hi.
so big and
We'll
yellow.
just chat for a little bit, and then we've got to fix
Chris's
my
computer,
stuff.
his audio.
Yeah.
Oh.
You watch? Wait, did you just watch Infinity War for the first time?
Have you coordinated outfits? Kind of, but not well.
Yeah. We didn't mean to both wear yellow. In fact, give me 1 second. Hang on. Be right back. I'm gonna fix this.
I'll fix your camera while you're gone. Or I'll break it.
Fix.
Hey, look at that.
Fixed it. There we go. There we are. It's better now. Yeah, the bottom of my shelf is just an Amazon box. Yeah, I haven't put anything. The bottom was just I gave up. And there's just random shit there. So, yeah. At some point, I need to really clean this room so bad. So bad. So, anyway. Joseph, what was your favorite part about Elden Ring so far?
I'm fixing your camera, but one
did
sec.
you
Let me
do
fix
that?
your camera first, so I am not trying to do two things at once.
Why you need to fix camera? Why you do this to me?
Because it was off.
You're off. What have you done to me?
Everybody's favorite thing to do on our streams: watch us edit things live.
Yeah, someday we'll be professional people. Professional
I thought
boys.
we had it. I thought we had it set up.
No,
Things were good.
we never do.
Things were
we're
good for like one day.
we're terrible every time. Everything we do is terrible.
For as much work as we do, we still have earned our sloth names.
Yes. Did anyone watch the ATT thing yesterday? I don't know what the ATT thing is.
Who's saying that? And is it gonna be
Sarah.
a balls joke? Oh, okay,
It
then
might
probably
end up
not.
being a balls joke. Or some kind of joke.
Or maybe a pun.
Could be a pun. America Got Talent. Oh, no. No, never. Class of 2022 thing?
Good
No.
enough.
I have no idea. I have no idea about any of these things. No. No idea. ATT, ATT, ATT.
A tie. Get it?
AT&T? No. Yes. So, yeah. Now we're not.
Okay,
Joseph and I are not matching now.
No. Okay, so my favorite part about Elden Ring is how much variety there is to it. So I started as a class, the Wretch, which starts you at level 1, and all your stuff is just everything starts at 10, all your stats. So you're not leaning one way or the other, so you can kind of decide your class on the way. I picked up some cool strength weapons, so I wanted to build into that. But then as I'm going through, I'm picking up some really cool dex weapons too. So I'm like, oh man, I could see replayability to this already just based on all the different directions you can go with it. And there are some mysteries that I'm not going to look into online because I want to find out myself, where it's like there's these different there's this sorcerer who was like a witch who was outcast or something, and she's like, do you want me to teach you sorcery? Do you want to learn from me? Because you have to choose your teacher wisely, and which means to me there are other sorcerers I can run across. So I was like, you know what, wait on that, I don't know yet. Let me find out. I don't even know if I want to learn magic, but I liked there's a variety of like different teachers you could learn from.
Was that the woman in the hood that looked like she got stung in the eye by a wasp?
No, she had like a metal face mask on, or like a statue mask on. Got it.
I just remember tuning out at one point, and like this woman in like this cloak showed up, and then she pulled her hood down, and I was like, dang, she got jacked up.
Oh,
her face
yeah.
Like she got stung by a bee.
She had like a scar around her eye or something. Yeah, that's the person who lets me like level up, and it's kind of like walking me through the primary story. Like she appears periodically.
Got it. Okay. Fun.
What do you call a frog born on February 29th? A leapfrog.
Oh boy. The one with the glass face from Wonder Woman. Oh, yeah. That was a very forgettable character. Wonder Woman was a cool movie, but man, the villains were so forgettable.
Yeah, because I don't even know what you're talking about.
She like her face was all goofed, and like she could replace pieces of it.
Nope. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone from my memory.
And then the main bad guy looked awful. Ares or whatever, he just looked terrible.
Oh yeah. Did you ever see Wonder Woman 84 or 88? I don't remember what it was.
No, I never saw it.
Man, the way they did Cheetah in that was unfortunate.
Yeah. Is it just because how it looked, or was just the whole thing bad? Like the story, all of it was just bad.
I think the story was fine, but the way it looked was just not good because it was that kind of CG that just takes you out of it because you can the suspension of disbelief is gone from it.
Yeah. Did she basically look like she came out of the movie Cats?
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good description. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it and probably like go frame by frame through scenes to check, and I will.
Yeah, report back. Yeah, I don't know. That's DC doesn't do such a great job with movies.
Their animated movies are great, though.
Yeah, the animated movies, because they can do whatever they want. Their live action movies are usually really bad. I'm interested in the new Batman, though. I don't know. I'm interested. Batman movies, they usually do pretty good. If they're just Batman movies and they're not like trying to put in other superheroes and stuff.
DC makes better video games and cartoons. Marvel has better movies. Yeah, I agree to that. As far as comics go, it's kind of a toss-up because some Marvel comics recently have been not good, I guess. And
I haven't read any for a couple years. No, it's been maybe 2 years.
There's some cool, like, I mean, they have Star Wars now, obviously, so it's like the Star Wars line has been really good, everything I've read from it, but a lot of the main superhero stuff, it's so convoluted now. I don't even know where to even jump in anymore.
Right.
And like, there's so many different like branching X-Men teams because of the mutant island that since they live on Krakoa now, and he has basically made all of them invincible because he can just bring them back to life if they die. It's such a weird plot element. I don't know how they're gonna like round out of this one because they can't stay like that forever. But it's been like that for years.
I'm really sick of that storyline.
Them on the island.
I'm sick of the whole thing. I think the idea that they can constantly die and be resurrected is really stupid. I don't know. And they changed the I don't know, they changed the personalities of a lot of them when they did that whole run, and I don't like that. You know, like, I don't know, just a few of them, like Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean, Kitty Pryde, their personalities changed dramatically during that series, and not necessarily for the best. So I think that's a bummer.
Yeah, the Moon Knight show semantics, I'm also looking forward to that. That looks really good. Sarah doesn't feel qualified to make jokes about nuts. You know, they're free game. It's open field.
Yeah.
Image or Dark Horse. Yeah, I mean, those are Dark Horse. It does still exist, and they do still release things. But Image has so many great comics.
Yeah, Image is the best, in my opinion.
IDW is one of the most fun if you're looking for a nostalgic kind of thing. They reboot these franchises in a great way and have so many good crossovers that I love reading like IDW comics for that reason. Image has some really good horror comics.
Yes.
And DC does as well, actually. Like some that are branching off of, like, not included in the main DC universe. Like, they're just side project things.
Right.
Stray Dogs, I've never heard of. Actually, no, I think I have heard of that epic.
I've heard of that one too, but I haven't read it. I found a I don't know what the name of the person is. I found somebody on TikTok recently that just posts about new comics and stuff that they find, and they must have been on a horror kick lately because they've been showing a lot of horror stuff, and I'm like, oh crap, man! And I haven't read any comics for a couple months now, so I'm like, oh man, I need to just get back into it and I'm gonna start reading some of this guy's recommendations.
I tell myself that all the time, but then I fall into a rabbit hole of looking for which comic to read. And then it's like, well, it's late. I should probably go to sleep. And I don't read anything.
Oh my God. I do that too. There's this, and it's probably the same website that you and I go to. I'll go through and just bookmark like hundreds of comics. I'm like, oh, this one sounds good. And then I keep scrolling through and I'm like, I'll bookmark this one, bookmark this one, bookmark this one. And then I never end up going back and reading them.
Do you look up your new comics on Fresh Comics? Because that's where I like look at my weekly releases of new comics.
No, but it's something similar to that, I believe, but it's not that exact one. But yeah.
Oh, IDW TMNT is awesome. That's still going, and we interviewed in the early days of our podcast Sophie Campbell, who is, I believe, still one of the artists on the TMNT line for IDW.
Mm-hmm.
We actually watched Ninja Turtles 3 with her and did a post review. Yeah, on Cinefreak.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she was on there with you. That's fun. Did she hate on it with you? Because that's a horrible.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think she had some kind of like unbridled love for it, for the cheesiness of it, but we definitely ragged on it, as it deserved.
Yeah, it does deserve it. It's really bad.
There needs to be a loot
TMNT
crate.
Batman movie. I think we did.
Oh, yes. We did watch that one because at the end of it, spoiler, it's got, I'll just say Joker stuff.
Yeah. That was a good one. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah, I had read the comic prior to that, so it's not like completely the same, but
No, it's not at all.
the changes were welcome. Like, it was a good movie. And the turtle
They've
designs were kind of interesting. Like, they were definitely unique in that movie.
They've done some follow-up comics to it that I haven't read yet, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. There's also a Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover comic, which was pretty good. I read that one as well.
I've read that one. That one's pretty fun. Yeah. I like seeing all the Batman Rogues villain, like the Rogues Gallery characters get turned into mutates and stuff. That was cool. Just all the different things they would turn into was super fun. I love it.
The second movie's inbound? Nice.
Thoughts of TMNT and Teen Titans Go form? I don't know. I'd be interested.
We'll give anything like that a chance, just like we gave Thundercats Roar a chance. It let us down.
I think the Turtles in that kind of with that kind of treatment makes more sense than Thundercats.
Yeah.
So
because then you're basically taking it back to 90s Turtles.
Yeah, because the 90s Turtles were goofy like that. So that makes a lot more sense.
I saw that there was a lot of like pushback against like Teen Titans Go getting renewed for another season. And I'm like, why? I don't think people are giving that show a chance. I think it's great. All you need, just watch the Night Begins to Shine episode and repeat that song in your head for days. Fun. Yes.
I have that song on my Spotify, which, to be honest, I actually haven't even used Spotify for a while now because of all the stuff that's happening. But aside from like sometimes I'll listen to stuff to help fall asleep, but I haven't listened to music during the day or used it for podcasts or anything lately. But I was listening to that song regularly in my like just regular like playlists and stuff. I love that.
It's so
song.
Good.
I do want to see. I do want to read those ones where Ash goes up against like Universal Monsters, Cthulhu, and stuff. That sounds great. I didn't know. I haven't read any of those.
He fights Santa?
That sounds great. I would love to see Ash fight Santa Claus.
Teen Titans Go, the movie was nice. Like the Stan Lee cameo. Yeah. Dawn of the Dead and Shaun of the Dead comics, which are just comic retellings of the films. It's just nice to have those. Like I have a comic retelling of Toxic Avenger, which is fun. It's like you don't need it, and it doesn't have the same kind of charm that the movie itself does. I mean, charm, but it's still fun to have.
Sure. I think that's kind of fun.
Made for kids. Who has time to sit at home and watch cartoons made for kids and go online and rant and rave about something like that? Most of the internet.
What we do.
Yeah. I feel like our rants and our raves are fair though. We never go in expecting to hate something. We always go in with an open mind, and we have been surprised by shows that we've liked before. But I think our any shows we've harshly judged has been completely fair.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've been pretty fair so far.
Yeah.
Though some people think we were not fair on Wings Club, but I think we were very fair.
I think that was a valid argument that we had against it.
Yeah. I try.
Idiotic goes in expecting to hate something. Okay, so he was comparing us to Muppets yesterday. He would be Oscar. You were between Cookie Monster and I can't remember who else he said. And then I was either Kermit the Frog or Big Bird.
Yeah, I like that. I like those.
Taco
a lot.
Bell is not good semantics. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. Yeah, I saw your comment on the Patreon episode. No, Taco Bell's
I chose to
disgusting.
ignore it. You don't want to waste
Oh
that many
yeah,
points.
we're wearing the colors of our Sesame Street counterparts.
Oh, there you go. It's perfect.
Ugh.
Taco
Well,
Bell
you guys,
is not as good as Del Taco.
you don't want to waste points, but we want us to play a Bubsy game. Oh man, yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see.
What could possibly go wrong?
Ugh. Yeah, for those that if you aren't subscribed to Patreon or are but are not a Twig level member, the February Cartoon Boom bonus episode came out yesterday, where we watched and reviewed Bubsy, which is, oh boy, it's bad. It is real rough, but we sure had a good time talking about it. So there we go.
If it was good, it would be in your area of Philadelphia. Taco Bell is the only taco place around you. Okay, that doesn't mean it's good, though. That just means it wins by default. And even then...
Yeah, it just means it's the only one in existence.
Just make your own tacos.
Yeah. Oof. Gross.
Del Tacos, you get fries with your tacos? This already sounds terrible. Mr. Pibb, better
weird.
sauce and a tortilla around your taco so it doesn't break. Wait. So a tortilla around your hard shell taco? Or are you talking about
Oh my goodness.
just the tortilla?
It's taco inception. It's a taco within a taco. Yeah.
Carter is animal. Idiotic wants to be
Carter
like
is an
Gonzo,
animal.
but he is both Statler and Waldorf. But those are the old men,
That's
right?
true.
Complaining.
Yeah. I knew a guy in high school that looked like Sam the Eagle. He was just really tall, had a really narrow face, and he had basically a unibrow. And he just looked like that character. And it cracked me up. So
Usually make your own tacos and burritos. Always better when you know what's in it. Yeah, of course.
I just get takeout from a little mom and pop place out here called Aztecas, which we did last night, and it was delicious.
Nice. Just want to know, why do you think that Sarah is Elmo? Or Sarah wants to know that. Fake Slim. I am 100% an old man, already literally looking outside your window yesterday, watching your neighbors walk around your lawn instead of the sidewalk.
Cinnamon
You gotta
dessert
shake your fist
crackers.
at 'em.
Ew. Fake Slim says cuteness.
Did you see that Sarah started streaming?
I saw something about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went to like so I went to see if there was like a video from after her stream, but there was nothing there. So I was like,
It didn't archive anything?
no.
I
I
don't
tried to
remember
go
if it
watch the
automatically
archive.
does that or if you have to set it up to do
I
that.
don't know either. I thought it was just automatic.
It's been so long since we started our Twitch account, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you do have to set it up. Okay. But yeah, I tried to go see the archive, and there was nothing there, and I was like, boo. Boo. So. Oh boy.
So what are you
What's
doing
everybody
today?
gonna? What?
I guess I was gonna ask what you were asking, except I was gonna ask you first and then everybody else. What are you gonna be up to today?
Fixing my audio.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask what everybody else is gonna be up to for their weekend. I don't really have anything aside from trying to fix stuff. And then I need to work out this weekend, but that's it. That's my plans, friends. Fixing things, including my body. Sarah's gonna cry all weekend. Well,
Fun.
all right.
It happens.
Hopefully you got a lot of tissues. I just bought a bunch of tissues with the lotion. Wait, that sounds bad. I mean, the tissues, the puffs
What?
plus lotion.
So we know what Chris is doing with his weekend.
That kind. Because I have like this just sinus infection that won't go away, so I'm constantly having to blow my nose. But let's go
Semantic's
with
going to try to beat games, wants to see the Uncharted movie, heard not so positive things, but still want to see it, love the franchise. I've heard mixed reviews on it. Some people love it, some people not so much. And maybe those are like purists, I'm not sure.
that. I'm going to say, yeah, from the trailer, the Uncharted movie trailer, it looks bad, but it might be fun.
I've never even played the game, so I don't even know what to expect from that franchise, aside from
played
Nathan Drake jumping around.
I played a little bit of it, but oh man, some of these, like, I don't know. Sometimes I see a trailer and I'm just like, why did you make this? Like, why? I don't know.
Idiotic's gonna watch more Puppet Master, play Overwatch, and draw. So Woody's been doing since the 11th. Good. Yes, continue your Puppet Master because I want to hear your feedback on the rest of the movies as they go.
I like Puppet Master. There'll be a podcast coming out on the 5th of March that I was in. I guest starred on a podcast called Super Bracket Bros. So make sure you catch that on March 5th. And it has a little bit to do with Overwatch. Idiotic. There you go. Super Bracket Bros is a podcast where these guys take they make this huge bracket at the beginning of the season of their podcast, and this one was like heroes that use like weapons, like I think this is a guns one. And so the episode, what they do is like they get these characters together and talk about who would win in a fight to incapacitation, and they have the like rules set up, like these characters know that they're going to be in a fight. They come in with, you know, their basic repertoire and attitudes, and but the settings that they fight in are completely randomized. So this episode was Ash and Bob, which is why I was brought in, versus Juliana from Deathloop. And then they had another guest brought in to help with Juliana, who is this guy from Australia who does a podcast. Well, he does a few podcasts, but he had just started a new one called The Dead Drop, which does like little short minute, like 5-minute episodes of gaming news, which is really good. His name's Matt. So we did that, and I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And the setting we got, I'm trying to remember the name of the place. It's a Star Wars planet that they ended up battling it out on. It was from Rogue One, the beach planet. What's the name of that, Joseph? I'm sure you know.
Jakku?
That might be it. I don't remember.
I think it was like JAKKU or something.
No, I thought it started with a K. Whatever.
Might be thinking of a different one. Yeah.
I don't know. There's like a big spire in the middle of it and stuff. Anyway, I won't say who ends up becoming the victor, but we break it down and we try to make it as, like, we talk through it as realistically as possible. Like, what would these characters do? And there's some really funny parts to it, and there's some real fun stuff, and overall it was just a real fun conversation with all of us. We had a really good time. So we ended up all chatting for like 3 hours. The podcast episode will be edited down to probably like, you know, somewhat over an hour or something, but their Patreon subscribers will get like that full 3-hour conversation. So, but anyway, it was a good time. So March 5th. Yes, March 5th. Super Bracket Bros. Check it out.
What
They had
are
a
we playing next week? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say they had an episode several weeks back that was Archer versus Black Widow, and if you want to test the waters and see how their what their show's like, Archer versus Black Widow is a great one. It's very funny, and they nail the aesthetic of those characters because like you can picture in your head this all taking place. Like, how does the fight start? Obviously Archer hitting on Black Widow and just shit like that. It's really funny. It's great. What are we playing next week? I don't know.
I was going to ask, are the victories predetermined or are they worked out during the stream? Okay.
They work them out during the stream.
Or during the show, yeah.
During the show, yeah. They work it out during the show.
So it is like Nerds on Tap used to be.
Yep, exactly. I didn't bring that up while we were like recording the episode proper, but like the after show stuff, like I talked to them about that, told them that, yeah, this is kind of what me and Joseph used to do this a long time ago, but theirs was so much more streamlined and had more like rules to it and stuff that it made a lot more sense.
Well, yeah, because ours was just a part of the show, like the end segment of some episodes. I don't even think it was every episode we did that.
Yeah. And because theirs was more themed, there was a lot more room for like there was a lot less of instances where someone was gonna just immediately win, where that happened with us a lot, you know.
Yeah, true, because ours was random, right?
Ours was completely random, like, you know, we might get Terminator versus Jar Jar Binks, and we're like, well.
Right, because it was like the Kool-Aid Man and Deadpool teamed up.
Oh, and yeah,
it was like Kool-Aid Manpool or something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I remember the
we
artwork
created Kool-Aid
for it.
Manpool. Yeah,
someone made fan art for it.
Yeah, I think it was. What was that guy? I remember who you were talking about. Yeah.
His name was Nate something or Nathan something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his tag was though. But anyway.
Have a good one, Fake Slim.
Later, Fake Slim. Next week, I'm not sure what we're playing. Fake Slim's the one that asked. So before you leave, probably more Elden Ring for me. I'll be playing that for a while.
Yeah. I'll probably try to do, if we can get my shit working, then, you know, we'll probably try to do Night in the Woods next Saturday if we can get everything working right.
If not, maybe a Lego game. Who knows?
Yeah. Thursday, maybe we'll continue Banjo-Kazooie that he was doing on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty fun. I can see why people like that game. I think it's better than Super Mario 64 was because it's everything. It's basically Mario 64, but with some better mechanics to it.
Is that the first time you played Banjo?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever played the official game.
That's great. I love Banjo-Kazooie. That is probably my favorite N64 game. It is so good. So luckily, I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, Jack logged on and was like telling me some things because it, again, like these older games don't hold your hand. They don't tell you what to do exactly. Or if they do, like I just wasn't paying attention because I skipped through things.
Yeah.
And so I was stuck on the first level because I couldn't figure out how to get this last skull. And I had to go and like stomp down all of the huts around this area. And I had no idea I had to do that. So he was like, hey, you just have to do that. Yep. It's like they showed you in the tutorial and I was like, okay, yeah, that's my fault. I wasn't paying attention.
Yep. You always skip that stuff, so that doesn't surprise me.
But
did
now
you get all the Jinjos?
I did, yes. I thought those were cool because they were like a mix between Fraggles and Spy vs. Spy is what Idiotic Comics said.
Yeah, I love the Jinjos. Yeah, that's exciting. So I would love for us to continue that because that's one of my favorite games of all time. I love Banjo-Kazooie.
Have you ever played Banjo-Tooie?
No, I have it, and I've never played it.
Okay, we got to try that one someday. Because I hear that one's even better.
That's also what I've heard too. And it's basically like, as far as controls, basically supposed to be like the exact Like it's supposed to feel like so much just like the regular game.
Right, but with improvements, which always welcome.
Fake
Semantics on his
some
question.
eventually, yeah.
Oh, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Heck yeah. Do I really help? Ask Semantics. Yeah, I'd say so. This is stuff you send us stuff that like I wouldn't even think to look up or have time to. So it's nice to have someone else who has a different perspective on things and is looking in a way, especially when it comes to like Reddit and whatnot, that I am just clueless about, and helping spread the word there. So yes, you do help.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually I will do Distraint too.
What is that?
Maybe sooner than later. Distraint is like a side scrolly kind of point and click mystery horror game. And I did Distraint as a Let's Play series for a while ago, and I've been sitting on Distraint 2, but I haven't done it yet. I've got a bunch of indie horror games that I really, really like. So I have a ton of those I want to do. There is one that I've got another series that either just started coming out or will come out soon. No, just started. Last Door. So once the first Last Door game finishes, maybe I'll start Distraint 2 before I go back to Last Door 2 or something. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. But Distraint has some moments that really freaked me out. There's some scary shit for sure. Like
Nice.
I literally screamed and jumped a few times. It was scary.
There's a lot
Nuts
of
and Bolts is terrible.
There's a lot of 64 games I would love to play through, just because
Yes.
I never got the chance to as a kid. Whether good or bad, I want to experience these things. I want to have like all of
Yes.
these in my memory banks, for better or for worse. Let me play Superman 64 on stream so we can live react to how awful it is.
I rented it once and couldn't like get anywhere with it because it's so bad.
I also want to try some of those like mega hard Super Nintendo games, like the Silver Surfer one, where it's like,
oh boy.
it's so like artificially difficult that you'd be lucky to make it past the first level.
I would love to do Majora's Mask. That's my favorite Zelda game. That'd be
Oh
great.
yeah, Epic, didn't you say it came out on Switch Online?
That's one that you've never played it, right?
Mm-mm.
That would
There's
be
a lot
one
of
I would
Zelda
like.
games I never played.
Yeah, I would like to see you play Majora's Mask since you've never played that.
You would have to be there to walk me through it, since I'm going to skip
I will.
cutscenes, and you can be like, no, he just told you, go talk to the
Yeah.
guy with the sign.
I've played it a couple of times. Conker's Bad Fur Day, I've never played. That would be cool.
Oh, Banjo came out on the Switch Online too. That's what I was playing it on the other day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. Very cool. I like it. I like it.
Well, Conker's Bad
eventually-
Fur Day, yeah, would be hilarious.
I'm probably gonna get Majora's Mask. I'm probably gonna get that as a tattoo at some point because I love that mask. Okay, highlight my message. You're getting into. I'm dying here. Getting into a fight with 20 other people. You have 3 characters from the 80s and 90s sitcoms to fight alongside you. Who do you choose?
Sitcoms.
Yeah, sitcoms. Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to search 80s and 90s sitcoms.
I'm gonna go Alf.
Only if the other team has cats.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I'm going Alf. I'm gonna go Harry from Harry and the Hendersons,
Oh, dude, that's a good one.
and I'm gonna go Urkel
Dude, I was gonna go Urkel, but no, you know what? I'm gonna go Urkel, but Stefan, the
Stefan.
manlier version
Okay.
of Urkel.
Yeah, Alf, Harry, and Urkel is what I'm going with. Because I feel like that's just a group that they're not gonna actively try to cause problems, but the three of them combined are gonna just cause problems just by being present, and it's just gonna be like hilarious antics ensue just because they're all in the same spot.
The
along
Fawn,
with me.
Scarlet, and B. Arthur. I'm gonna go Stefan. Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World,
Ooh, snap. Okay.
because
Yeah,
I need some,
good.
and then Tim Taylor from Home Improvement, Tim Allen's
Ooh, Tim
character.
the Tool Man. Dang.
Yeah, not that
okay.
he'll fix anything, but he will accidentally make things blow up in trying to fix them, and we can use that against the enemy. Exactly.
I like it. Oh man. Well, you know, I think this will be a good time for all of us to go take our Saturday poop.
We can put another game on our completed list. We beat
Yeah,
X-Men the
we
arcade
can.
game.
We'll do that. We'll take our Saturday poops, and then we'll fix Chris's audio problems. So,
Fun Saturday for all. Tim Allen
Yeah.
can use his awful conservative comedy against him. Yeah.
probably. Well, thank you guys.
Oh, we got a raid.
Yeah, we will raid Epic. Who do you want us to raid?
Fixing audio is a usual Saturday for us, unfortunately.
God, yeah. I was hoping we'd be done with this, but since I had to go and try to reset all my shit.
Years of fixing the audio flushed down the drain.
Yeah. Hook us up, Epic. Bricks O'Brien or Slamacazzer. Who has the least viewers right now?
One of my eyes is very bloodshot because of Elden Ring.
Why? Did Elden
Because I
Ring
was-
punch you in the eye?
Because I was up so late, man. I was up until
Oh.
5 a.m. last night.
Gross. That's disgusting. All right, we're gonna raid Bricks O'Brien, which sounds like an Irish guy who
Oh,
was on the
wait.
basketball team and he never ever got a basket.
Only bricks.
Yeah.
What would your mob name, your mobster name be? Your 50s mobster name?
My
Mine,
50s mobster name?
yeah, mine
Ooh.
was Ears Maloney. Because
How did you come up with that? Just
Just because I have big ears, but and Maloney is just a name that sounds like a mobster would
I
have.
like that.
Idiotic asked us the other day, or when it was just me on the stream, but I'm asking
Oh
you.
man, that's pretty good. Ears Maloney.
Because it's got to be something descriptive about your character. Like, I'm thinking very Dick Tracy-esque in that sense.
Yeah. The Peanuts Malone. Yeah, it could be. I like that. Peanuts Malone. All right, let's go raid bricks. And
And then lay bricks in the toilet.
if he's laying bricks, we'll stack those bosses. Yeah, I was thinking Whiskers. Yeah. Whiskers O'Callahan. I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.